Picture this. It is 3 in the morning. You are in a deep, peaceful sleep. Suddenly, a cold, wet nose touches your eyelid, followed by a heavy paw pressing directly onto your windpipe. You open your eyes to see your fluffy roommate staring into your soul. You might think to yourself, why? Does he do this just to spite me? Is my cat broken? We have all been there, friends. As cat parents, we deal with a lot of hilarious, confusing, and sometimes slightly terrifying behaviours. But what if I told you that all these weird habits are connected? What if I told you that your cat spends literally years of their life trying to achieve one massive, secret goal with you, and you do not even realise it? Worse yet, you might be accidentally ruining their hard work every single day. Today, we are going to expose the hilarious truth about what goes on inside that little furry head. But first, I want to know who is watching. Drop a comment right now and tell me the name of your furry hooligan and their weirdest habit. Let's see who has the craziest kitty. Before we reveal the big secret they are working towards, we need to talk about where our little house panthers come from. You see, deep down beneath that soft, squishy belly and those cute little toe beans, your cat is a fierce, apex predator. Their ancestors were solitary desert hunters who survived by being sneaky, territorial, and highly attuned to their environment. They did not have Netflix or grocery stores. They had to rely entirely on their instincts. Now, fast forward thousands of years. We brought these independent little ninjas into our modern homes, gave them ridiculous names like Mr. Fluffles, and expect them to act like dogs. But cats never lost their wild instincts. They are still incredibly territorial, and they view our houses as their personal jungle. When they look at us, they do not see a master. They see a very large, very clumsy, and terribly hairless roommate who is shockingly bad at catching mice. So, because they love us in their own weird way, they make it their life's mission to train us. They spend years trying to turn us into functional members of their feline tribe. Let's break down exactly how they do this, step by step. Let us kick things off with the famous headbutt. You come home from a long day at work, sit on the couch, and suddenly your cat rams their little furry forehead right into your nose. It is incredibly cute, sure, but what are they actually doing? Well, your cat is spending years trying to perfect the ultimate family scent. You see, cats have special scent glands located on their cheeks, their forehead, and the base of their tail. When they aggressively rub against you, they are essentially claiming you as their personal property. But it is much more than just saying, "This human is mine." They are trying to mix their unique scent with your weird outdoor human smells to create a unified family odour. In the wild, a colony of cats identifies who belongs to the family purely by this shared scent. So, when your cat headbutts you, they are desperately trying to make you smell less like the grocery store and more like the living room couch. They spend years maintaining this invisible layer of perfume on you. And what do? We jump into the shower and wash it all off. No wonder they look at us with such deep disappointment when we step out of the bathroom. They have to start all over again. Now, what about the intense staring contests? Have you ever caught your cat staring at you from across the room, and then they give you a very slow, deliberate blink? In the human world, staring intensely at someone is usually considered rude or creepy. But in a cat world, a direct, unblinking stare is actually a sign of aggression or a challenge. So, when your cat locks eyes with you and slowly closes and opens them, they are sending you a very specific message. Cat behaviourists call this the kitty kiss. Your cat is spending years trying to build a bridge of absolute trust with you. By closing their eyes in your presence, they are intentionally making themselves vulnerable. They are saying, "I know you are a giant, clumsy creature, but I trust you not to eat me while my eyes are closed." It is the ultimate compliment. But here is where we mess up. When they slow blink at us, we usually just smile and say, "Aw," or worse, we widen our eyes and stare back, which completely ruins the vibe. To complete their multi-year mission of trust, you need to slow blink back at them. Try it today and watch how their whole body relaxes. Next up, let us talk about the vocalizations. The meows, the chirps, the trills, and the demands for breakfast. Here is a fascinating fact that completely blew my mind when I first learned it. Adult cats in the wild do not actually meow at each other. Mother cats meow at their kittens, but once they grow up, cats communicate with each other mostly through body language and scent. So, why does your cat scream at you when you open a can of tuna? Because over the years of living with you, your cat realized that you are incredibly bad at reading their subtle body language. You are practically blind to their tail twitches and ear flicks. So, out of pure frustration, they developed a spoken language just for you. Your cat spends years training you with different tones of voice. They have a specific meow for feed me, a different one for open this door, and a totally unique trill for pay attention to me right now. They are basically treating us like toddlers who need everything spelled out for them loud and clear. They spent years creating a custom language just to talk to you. Oh, the midnight zoomies. We absolutely have to talk about the 3 a.m. sprinting sessions. You are fast asleep, dreaming peacefully, and suddenly it sounds like a herd of wild buffalo is stampeding through your hallway. Your cat is bouncing off the walls, drifting around corners and attacking invisible ghosts in the carpet. Why do they do this? Are they trying to ruin your life? Not at all. This is actually part of a multi-year project to synchronize their schedule with yours, but sometimes their wild instincts just take over. Cats are naturally crepuscular, which means they are most active at dawn and dusk. This is when their wild ancestors would do their best hunting. When your cat gets the zoomies in the middle of the night, they are acting out centuries of hunting behavior. But here is the sweet part. Over the years, most cats will actually try to shift their natural sleep cycles to match yours. They want to sleep when you sleep. The zoomies are just the pent-up energy of a fierce hunter who has been sleeping on a heated blanket for 14 hours. They are trying to be good roommates, but sometimes the call of the wild is just too strong. Have you ever received a gift from your cat? Maybe a dead mouse left on the porch, a bug placed carefully on your pillow, or even a stolen sock dropped at your feet while they sing the song of their people. It is easy to be grossed out when you step on a half-eaten grasshopper in the morning, but you have to understand the psychology behind this. Your cat spends years observing you, and they have come to a very sad conclusion. You are a terrible hunter. They have literally never seen you catch a bird or a mouse. From their perspective, you are a helpless, overgrown kitten who is incapable of surviving in the wild. So they take it upon themselves to teach you. By bringing you these little trophies, they are trying to provide for the family and show you how it is done. It is a long-term educational program designed to keep you alive. When you scream and throw the dead bug in the trash, you are basically rejecting their hard work and love. The next time your fluffy little murderer brings you a gift, try to praise them for their effort, even if you secretly want to wash your hands 10 times. Let us discuss the mysterious magnetic pull of your laundry. You buy your cat a luxury, multi-level velvet cat tree that costs as much as a car payment. But where do they sleep? Right in the middle of the clean laundry you just folded, or deeply buried in the sweaty gym clothes you left on the floor. Why do they insist on covering everything you wear with a thick layer of fur? It goes back to that grand mission they spend years working on, creating the ultimate, unified family scent. Your clothes smell strongly of you, especially clothes you have recently worn. To your cat, laying on your clothes is like getting a giant, comforting hug from you. But it is also a strategic move. By sleeping on your things, they are stamping their own scent onto your belongings, claiming your items for the tribe. They are making sure that when you go out into the scary world, all the other animals know that you belong to a very fierce, very furry boss at home. So, When you spend 20 minutes with a lint roller trying to get the cat hair off your black pants, you are actively dismantling years of their hard work. Privacy is completely non-existent when you own a cat. If you try to close the bathroom door, you will immediately see paws reaching under the crack, accompanied by desperate scratching and crying. Why do they insist on watching you use the toilet or take a shower? Are they just incredibly nosy? Well, yes, but there is a noble reason behind it. In the wild, going to the bathroom is a moment of extreme vulnerability. You are distracted, and predators can sneak up on you. Over the years of living together, your cat has accepted you as part of their pack. When you go into the bathroom and close the door, they are genuinely worried about you. Who is going to watch your back while you are in there? Who is going to protect you from the evil vacuum cleaner or the scary water falling from the shower head? Your cat wants to come in to stand guard. They are providing security detail for their favorite hairless kitten. So when you lock them out, they are panicking because they cannot fulfill their sworn duty to protect you during your most vulnerable moments. One of the absolute cutest things a cat does is making biscuits, or kneading. They jump onto your lap, purr like a broken diesel engine, and rhythmically push their front paws in and out of your stomach or your favourite blanket. Sometimes they even drool a little bit. This behaviour is deeply rooted in their past. Kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow when they are nursing. It is a behaviour associated with ultimate safety, warmth, and maternal love. But why do they still do it as adults? And why do they do it to us? Because over the years, your cat has elevated you to the status of a surrogate mother. When they need your stomach, they are reverting to that safe, happy kitten state. They are telling you that you are their ultimate safe space. They spend years building this level of absolute trust and comfort with you. Of course, when they decide to use full claws on your bare leg, it feels less like love and more like acupuncture gone wrong. But try not to push them away too harshly, because you are rejecting their deepest expression of family bonding. Now we must address the most dangerous trap known to mankind, the fluffy cat belly. Your cat rolls over on the carpet, stretches out, and exposes that incredibly soft, curly belly fur. It looks like an invitation. It feels like an invitation. But the moment you touch it, your hand is caught in a bear trap of claws and teeth. Why do they do this cruel trick? Here is the secret. They are not actually asking for a belly rub. A cat's belly is their most vulnerable area. It holds all their vital organs. By rolling over and showing it to you, they are giving you the highest compliment in the feline language. They are saying, "I have spent years observing you, and I trust you so much that I am showing you my weakest spot, knowing you will not attack me." It is a visual display of trust, not a request for physical contact. When we dive in for a belly rub, we are breaking that trust, and their wild instincts immediately kick in to defend themselves. We misunderstand their multi-year trust-building exercise as an invitation for tickles. It is a classic miscommunication between our two species. Let us talk about gravity, more specifically, your cat's absolute obsession with testing gravity by knocking your stuff off the table. A glass of water, your phone, a very expensive vase. Nothing is safe. They look you dead in the eye, slowly extend a paw and boop, right onto the floor. Are they just jerks? Well, maybe a little bit. But there is actual science behind this. Cats are natural explorers who use their paws to investigate the world. In the wild, they would bat at a bug or a mouse to see if it is alive and how it reacts. But in your house, they are doing something else. They have spent years studying cause and effect, and they have trained you perfectly. They know that if they knock a pen off the desk, you will instantly stop looking at your computer and look at them. You might yell, you might pick it up, but you gave them attention. They have successfully trained their human to play fetch. They are establishing a predictable routine where they are in control of your actions. It is a masterful psychological game they have perfected over years of living with you. Why are cats so obsessed with cardboard boxes? You can buy them a luxurious heated velvet bed, and they will choose the Amazon box it came in every single time. This is not just a funny quirk, it is a fundamental survival tactic that they practice constantly. Cats are ambush predators. They like to hide, observe their prey, and strike when the time is right. But they are also small enough to be prey themselves in the wild. A cardboard box provides the perfect tactical advantage. It has secure walls on all sides, meaning nothing can sneak up on them from behind, and it gives them a clear vantage point to watch the room. Over the years, your cat is constantly analysing the architecture of your house to find the best defensive positions. When you throw away a perfectly good box, you are destroying their carefully chosen fortress. They want to be in the same room as you to keep the tribe together, but they want to do it from a highly secure bunker. The box is their way of managing their wild anxiety in a human world. Has your cat ever pinned your hand down and started licking you violently with their sandpaper tongue? It feels like they are trying to exfoliate your skin right down to the bone. This behaviour, called allo-grooming, is a massive part of their secret mission. In a cat colony, grooming is how cats bond with each other. But it is also a way of establishing a hierarchy. Usually, the more dominant, confident cat will groom the subordinate cat. By grooming you, your cat is showing deep affection, mixing your scents together to maintain the family smell. But they are also gently reminding you who is actually in charge. They are saying, "You are very dirty, you cannot clean yourself properly, and as the boss of this house, it is my duty to fix you." They spend years incorporating you into their grooming routine to make sure you are an acceptable member of their tribe. If you pull your hand away in disgust, they often get annoyed and might even give you a little love bite. You're interrupting their very important management duties. We all know the creepy moment when your cat sits in the hallway, staring intently at a completely blank wall or an empty corner of the ceiling. You look, you see nothing. You start wondering if you need to call an exorcist because your cat is clearly watching a ghost. But do not panic. Your cat is just utilizing senses that we can barely comprehend. Cats have phenomenal hearing. They can hear high-frequency sounds that are completely undetectable to the human ear. When they stare at a blank wall, they are likely listening to a termite chewing on wood, a mouse scurrying in the pipes, or water moving through the heating system. They are acting as the ultimate security system for your home. Over the years, they map out every single sound in your house, so they know what is normal and what is a threat. They take their job as the guardian of the territory very seriously. They are doing the hard work of patrolling the perimeter while you are busy watching TikToks. They are just trying to keep their favorite oblivious human perfectly safe. Food drama. This is a big one. Why does your cat beg for a specific brand of wet food, eat it happily for 3 months, and then suddenly act like you are trying to poison them when you serve it on a Tuesday? Or why do they bury their food bowl by scratching at the floor around it? This isn't just your cat being a spoiled diva. In the wild, cats rarely eat the exact same prey every single day, so they are hardwired to seek variety to get all their nutrients. Furthermore, their noses are incredibly sensitive. If the food has been sitting out for just a little too long, they consider it contaminated. When they scratch the floor around the bowl, they are trying to bury the leftovers to hide the scent from larger predators. Over the years, your cat has been trying to train you to be a better provider. They are teaching you exactly how fresh the food needs to be and what temperature is acceptable. They view you as the ultimate hunter of the house, and when you bring them subpar, stale food, they are simply sending the food back to the chef. Do cats actually care about our feelings? Dog owners always brag about how dogs comfort them when they are sad. But cat owners know a secret. Cats absolutely mirror our emotions. They just do it in a much more subtle way. If you are having a terrible day, crying on the couch, have you noticed that your cat will slowly wander into the room? They might not lick your face like a dog, but they will sit near you, maybe turning their back to you, and just stay quiet. This is profound feline empathy. They spend years studying your routines, your tone of voice, and your body language. They know exactly what your normal baseline is. When you are upset, they detect the change in your behavior and your pheromones. By sitting near you, they are offering silent support. Turning their back to you is actually a sign of protection. They are watching out for danger while you are emotionally vulnerable. They have spent their whole life figuring out how to be your tiny, furry therapist, even if they pretend they do not care. To really understand what your cat is trying to achieve, you have to look at the tail. A cat's tail is basically a highly expressive antenna that broadcasts their mood 24/7. Your cat has spent years trying to teach you semaphore using their tail, and we fail to read it almost every time. When their tail is straight up with a little hook at the end, like a question mark, that is a happy, friendly greeting. It means, I am approachable, let us hang out. But when the tail starts thrashing back and forth, hitting the floor, watch out. Dog owners think a wagging tail means happiness. In cats, a thrashing tail means overstimulation and extreme annoyance. If you keep petting a cat with a thrashing tail, you are going to get bitten. They are literally screaming at you in sign language. Stop touching me! I am losing my patience! And we just keep saying, "Ah, good kitty." They spend years trying to teach us this basic vocabulary, and they must think we are the slowest learners on the entire planet. Let us talk about the ultimate betrayal, seat stealing. You are sitting in your favourite chair, perfectly comfortable. You get up for exactly 30 seconds to grab a glass of water, and when you come back, your cat is curled up right in the middle of your seat, looking absolutely angelic. You think they are doing it to be a jerk and steal your spot, but the truth is actually very heartwarming. Cats are heat-seeking missiles. Their normal body temperature is higher than ours, so they are constantly looking for warm places to conserve energy. When you sit in a chair, you warm up the concussion perfectly for them. But it is not just about the heat. Remember the grand mission of the unified family scent? That chair now smells intensely of you. By sleeping exactly where you just were, they are bathing in your scent and mixing their own with it. It makes them feel incredibly safe and connected to you. They are not stealing your spot to be mean. They are claiming your spot because they love you and want to feel close to you, even when you are in the kitchen. We cannot talk about cats without talking about purring. It is the best sound in the world. But most people think cats only purr when they are happy. That is a myth. Cats purr when they are happy, yes, but they also purr when they are stressed, in pain, or even giving birth. Why? Because purring is a biological superpower. The frequency of a domestic cat's purr is usually between 25 and 150 Hz. Scientific studies have shown that sound frequencies in this exact range can actually improve bone density, repair tendons, and ease breathing. Your cat literally has a built-in healing mechanism. But here is the crazy part. They use it on us. Over the years of living with you, your cat has realized that you are part of their family. When you are sick or stressed or laying on the couch with a headache, your cat will often come lay on your chest and start purring loudly. They are not just asking for pets, they are actively applying feline medical therapy to you. They are trying to heal their favorite human using the only magic trick they have. Finally, we have to decode the paradox of feline personal space. You know what I mean? You call your cat to come sit on your lap and they ignore you. But the second you open your laptop to do some important work, they come and sit directly on the keyboard. Or they insist on being in the exact same room as you, but they sit just 1 foot out of your reach, so you cannot pet them. This is what behaviorists call parallel play, or social proximity. Your cat does not always want to be touched. They are independent creatures, but they absolutely want to be part of your world. By sitting on your laptop, they are inserting themselves into whatever has your attention because they want to share the experience with you. By sitting just out of reach, they are saying, I want to be in the family circle, I want to watch over you, but I need my own space right now. They spend years perfectly calibrating this distance to ensure the tribe stays together without anyone feeling overwhelmed. It is a very delicate social dance that they have perfected just for you. So what is the ultimate secret? What is the one thing your cat has spent years trying to build? It is the concept of the unified feline tribe. Every headbutt to share a scent, every dead mouse brought to your feet, every slow blink of trust, and every time they follow you to the bathroom, it is all part of one grand design. Your cat knows you are not a cat, but they love you enough to try and bridge the gap between your two species. They spend their entire lives adjusting their wild instincts, learning your routines, and inventing new ways to communicate just so they can successfully live in a harmonious pack with a giant, hairless, clumsy ape. We often misunderstand their behaviour as aloof or mischievous, but in reality, everything they do is deeply rooted in survival, trust, and family bonding. The secret they want you to know is that you are not just their owner, you are their chosen family. And all they want, after years of hard work, is for you to finally learn how to speak a little bit of their language. And there you have it, fellow cat parents. Now you finally know exactly what is going on inside that mysterious, fluffy head of theirs. Every time they knock a glass off the table or scream at you for food, they are not just being little terrorists, they are treating you like a true member of their wild feline family. They have spent years trying to build a perfect world with you, mixing scents, sharing routines, and keeping you safe from the terrifying bathroom monsters. So the next time your kitty gives you a slow blink, remember to slow blink right back. If this video helped you understand your little overlord a little better, please give it a massive thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you do not miss our next deep dive into the minds of our pets. Do not forget to share this video with another cat lover who desperately needs to know why their cat acts so weird. Now before you go, I have a question for you. What is the weirdest thing your cat does that you now realise is actually a sign of love? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.